You know, I'm always a big fan of like interesting cars or things that are just like a little bit different. I guess Silverado's not that different nowadays, but you know, it's not a Commodore.
No, but it's the first one we've done.
It's definitely the first one we've done. We've already got the front of it stripped apart, as you can see here, because we're doing a couple of cool things with that. That's one of them. 31 inch, I think it is, curved light bar, reflector style light bar. So from the front, looks pretty rad. She's a big unit.
Oh yeah,
big unit. Big tires. What are we? 35 by 12.5 R20s. Big boy 35s. Big boy body. We're also just putting an Anderson plug on the back. So this customer here, Ryan, he's a good friend of mine. He's a supporter of the CanFit Collective. He is basically runs his own construction company. Young fella, done good. He's same age as we are, and yeah, he's killing it. So we're happy to help him. This should be a really, really cool thing once it comes together. So Brett's working out what we need to do to make this shoehorn in here. Keep you posted. Let's come and have a look at the Lexus.
Alright everyone, so we're back at it again. Yesterday I blocked and high filled the outside of the two rear doors. So today I'm going to obviously unmask these, turn them over, get the insides all rubbed and painted, inside body colour, and then I'll block the doors and paint the outside of the doors. And I'm also going to take the boot lid to a mate's house today and we'll weld up the holes on the Lexus badge, those massive holes. So going to be a productive day today on the Lexus, and then we'll get this stuff hung back on the car. I'll move on to the front doors and the bonnet, so let's get it.
Anyone that's been following this project's going to be really excited, because in, I think it was episode 2 maybe, we said to you guys that we chose Nardo Grey because of how great it was going to look against the blue and the grey of the interior. So we got our door trims going back on, and you can see here grey Nardo against the blue and the darker grey here on the top half of the trim. Like, you'd nearly say that was factory selected like that. We've still got to do the dash, the console, swap out these seats, obviously clean up everything and work out what's still to go on. But look at that. This car's so solid. There's some cars, isn't there, that you pull apart and like when they go back together they just don't feel that good. Like you're kind of almost hesitant to pull them apart in the first place because there's a good chance that when they go back together they're going to rattle and squeak and carry on. I really don't think that car's going to do that.
No, that car is solid.
Rock solid. Alright, so this cable has come through from the back of the car to the front, which is for Anderson plug. And when I pulled it off the roll, I was thinking to myself, or at least I said to Brett, you know what, I reckon it's going to be close, this cable length.
Can't get much closer.
You couldn't get really, it's just touching. It's alright though, we need to basically make this ignition controlled, which means we've got to wire this cable to a relay. So we actually will terminate this cable now, connect it to the relay where it fits, and then extend off the relay with a fuse and whatnot. So it's let's call it the perfect size. It's not the perfect size, but let's call it that. So yeah, we got some other cool stuff happening actually. We got the Cortina here still, which we showed on a couple of our more recent videos. It's been busy with this little panel. We wanted something neat to be able to put our switches into, and so that guy was there before with a little radio in it already. So we've just got that switch panel on the bottom. So that's coming together. Last thing we had to wire up on the Cortina there was the wipers. That's the word I'm trying to think of, the wipers. and I've worked out the to and from of how all that works. It's single speed. I was thrown for a bit because I thought it might be 2-speed, but it's not, so that's good. It's always good when you come up with a good solution to something, even if it was already staring you in the face. Hey! What are you doing? What are you doing up there? Hello? Back endo was cool on this because it's got this little bracket set up here. I don't know if it's factory, kind of looks like it's maybe added factory or something, but it's got these backup lights in it, and underneath it's actually got holes drilled already for the trailer plug and Anderson plug, so you can have one there, there's a bunch of stuff you can have already set up for, so I think that's pretty neat factory setup. Here on the inside, we got it set up here with this little switch, so that's going to be our switch on and off for the light bar, just sitting there neatly next to that park brake switch. We went to hit the button, we're all excited, we're going to get it going, and Brett's like, hang on a minute, something's missing.
Missing the earth.
1 point.
Missing the earth.
Minus 1 point for you for your monthly tally.
I know, right? Next coffee's on me.
Next coffee's on you. Awesome. Free coffee, great.
I'm struggling. Losing my head. Not having an afternoon, Jenny, ladies and gentlemen. Lost for words, flustered, last poll, and it's just not working out.
You're just letting it get to you.
I am. I'm letting it get to me. Don't let it get to you. That's better.
Right.
More promising. Just gotta check it now, then we'll finish screwing it all up properly and nicely. Oh, yep, came on. Well, there it is. Wow. Look at that. Jesus. Our right-hand light isn't working. I don't know if this is our problem, but the left-hand side light isn't working.
No idea.
Didn't come on. Not starting either?
No, we're missing something.
What are we missing?
I don't know.
Not happy? Awesome.
What are you missing here?
Alrighty, so we think we've come across the problem.
Yeah, I found this earth here, which when this bolt, there's like a stud here with the factory earth point. It's like a jump starting point, and I'm not really even sure why you would have that. Usually you have that on a car that has like a battery that's not here, but the battery is right here. So anyway, it's been made for numpties. But basically it's an earth point, earth stud on this corner, and we've added our earth points to that because it's a good earth, right? Like it's a factory earth point, so we've added our own earth points to that. When we've gone to try and loosen it off to put another terminal on, it's bound up, and it's unfortunately torn off one of these terminals. So car wouldn't start. We're not really sure if that's why, but it seems logical that it probably is why. So now to try and make something better out of a, let's call it a bad situation, we're going to now join all three of these earths onto one terminal, one ring, one crimp, which is this bad boy.
Big sucker.
So now with you fucker.
Came off.
Friday afternoon.
This is our afternoon at the moment. Hopefully we're getting there. Attempt number 2.
The things you hate about big crimps, I was just saying. It's like until you get them to crimp right down, they just don't bind properly. You like to get them to at least bind first before you come through with the big crimp tool to actually clamp them down. Now we can pull the big crimp out, and if we can get in here and actually put some pressure down on it. Some guys use the hydraulic crimps, some guys use these crimps. Probably like a set of hydraulic crimps If anyone out there that sells hydraulic crimps is listening, hit me up. Nice condensed flame on that.
It's a good little one, that one.
It's beautiful.
Look at that. One terminal.
Yeah, at least it looks nicer now, you know, silver linings.
Hit the floor. That would have really made Zach's afternoon. Having to fish that out.
It would have done something.
Yeah.
That's for sure. What happens now?
Let's see. Hey! Success! Everything works. So Zach, the master, worked out what went wrong. So look at that.
Call it a Friday afternoon test. Is what it was.
Our new light bar comes right there. Actually looks quite good.
Looks great.
Now we're just going to finish tidying up a few things, cable tying off some cables, some more heat shrink here and there, and that's it. We're done.
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Filming you, filming me.
Getting registered and getting running for this show.
Yes. So speaking of that, Brett just mentioned something you may not have heard, and that is getting this car running and driving for the show. So if you follow us online on social media through our CanFit Collective Facebook page or through Instagram, you probably would have already seen that on the 19th of February 2023 we are going to be unveiling this car, and that is going to be the unveiling of what we call the first project.
First project.
So basically, if you haven't been up on it, if you haven't seen all the episodes, a quick recap for you. We started out with the basic idea of building a car together. That is this car. It's taken us a shitload longer than it should have.
Yes.
But here we are.
Here we are.
So we are nearly finished now. We decided we needed to make a commitment to a time frame for finishing this project, and we made that time frame the 19th of February 2023, which is when you will see this car at a show called Wheels, Shannon's Wheels. It's a car display in Queanbeyan, which is just across the border from where we are.
Yep.
We're going to be there with the car. We're going to take a few other projects that we've got coming up with us. We'll have the van there. We'll have this van as well.
Yep.
Which we'll do a bit of a feature on at some stage. I'll probably take our Maloo Ute across. And then we have, at this stage in the game, roughly 20 other people bringing vehicles and bikes and things along with us too. So
yeah, you want to come check out some cool cars?
yes.
Have a chat, meet some people, what this collective is all about.
Yes, that's
Please
right.
be there. Shannon's Wheels Show.
19th of Feb, yep.
Queanbeyan Showground.
That's right.
Should be a good day out.
And if you want to come with us and you're watching this before that date, obviously send us a message, hit us up in a comment, whatever you want to do, and we can try to get you in on our own display. Now, just to get to that point, put together a little to-do list.
To work out what we have left to do for this car.
So we have this here, the mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? Today it is Brett.
It is.
So basically with this, this is going to be our road to Feb 19th, and this is the to finish on the Lexus. So the first thing is we need to finish off putting the door trims together. Then say finish dash, then say finish seats. Each time we finish one of these things, we're going to come over, we're going to put a big fat old tick next to one of them so we can feel good about it.
Doors, finish dash, finish seats, finish, what else do we have to do?
Center console, that's probably part of the dash, I guess.
Yeah, wheels.
We've got to swap some wheels over, that's right. We've got rear bar,
Yeah,
rear bumper.
Repair, because we damaged it.
Yeah, it did get damaged after it was painted, so we need to fix that up before it goes on the car. What else have we got? Headlights.
Headlights, that's, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got to do it. We do an LED conversion for the headlights, so I've got to do some wiring and fit those lights off. We've got exhaust to do.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do the exhaust. We are going to do front coilovers.
Oh, yeah.
We've got to change the coilovers in the front. We've got rego.
Yes.
We're going to go see if we can get the baby through Rego. And then pretty much I think that's it. At least for this phase.
Yes.
We've talked about doing a stereo and whatnot, and we've done some pre-wiring and some stuff to help us do that. But for the time being, we're just focused on getting the car back together, getting it running, getting it driving, making it work.
Polish.
Yes, Brett's going to give it a good polish over. Like, clearly, guys, we painted this in the shed, right? It's not perfect, so we want to try and get it better as we can, and a good cut and polish is going to give us that.
Yes, it's unfortunate. I shouldn't say it's unfortunate. You know what? Like I said, we set out to build this car on a budget, build it together with what we had.
Yep.
We did the best we could with what we had.
Exactly.
And we have to polish it, and that's
the way it is.
That's the way it is.
I'm sure there's plenty of cars that come straight off the gun out of booths that have to get polished as well.
Yes,
so
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Anyway, look, that is...
Windows. Have to get windows in.
Yes, windows. There you go. This is why we have a list. So that's windscreen, that's rear window as well. We're putting a new windscreen in the car. Take the opportunity. The old one was broken.
Front and rear.
So yeah, that's the bulk of it. Phase 2, we'll do a few other things. Maybe a bit of stereo stuff. Maybe this, maybe that. We'll just see how it goes. But in the meantime, that's the bulk of it.
As of this date from recording, we have how many weeks? 3.
I think it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Today is the 20th of January, so it's literally 1 month away.
Literally.
Quite literally, keeping in mind that February is obviously a shorter month too, so not that it really plays into a part. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, it is a shorter month.
It's late in the afternoon.
It's just a fact, is what that is.
That's a fact. You've learned something today.
February is a shorter month.
You've learned something today.
Anyway, so long story short, 1 month we have to finish that list of items on that mirror.
Yep.
And hopefully, guys, the next time you see this car, it's going to be done.
Yeah.
That's the intention.
So stay tuned. We're not going to give away too much now moving forward, so have to wait and see.
Yeah, and again, if you guys are in the Canberra, Queanbeyan region around the 19th or so, and you want to come check out not only this car in person, but lots of cool cars.
Just come say hi.
Yeah, there'll be heaps of stuff that we're doing that we'd like you to get involved with. We like to meet people, and we want to get people involved with our community here. So that is really our core thing. We're enjoying building the car. Clearly, we're looking forward to the other cars we're going to build. But the community side of it, the chasing the passion, chasing the dream side of it.
Chasing the conversations,
getting more people to really think about what it is that they're filling their lives with, and maybe filling it with stuff like this, sink the teeth into. That's what we're about. That's what we want to try and encourage more of you guys to kind of follow our lead and do that too. So that's it.
Speak to you soon.
Hopefully.
Be good. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.